Do I think we need a third pitcher? Yes, I do think we need a third pitcher, but I want a pitcher that's like, I don't know about veteran necessarily, but like someone that's done there. Like honestly, it's like I know there's talks with Scooble and stuff like that. I know recent reports are that the Brewers called the Detroit Tigers and asked about Scooble. If you can get him for the right price and stuff like that, if like the Brewers are really like we're going all in, baby, like we're going in type thing, and they like stuff like that, then sure. But like I don't know. It's like I think there are not necessarily better pitchers, but comparable pitchers that you could get for probably less than you could get Derek Scooble, because Scooble's price is going to be so high. The Tigers are looking like I think they're going to try and make a playoff push because the AL is mediocre, just super mediocre. Everyone's just mediocre. Like if I look at the standings right now, like how far back are the Tigers? I know they're probably not going to win their division. But then again, I mean they're only 4.5 back. Like they're 48 and 54. Not good. It's like under 500 is not good, considering that the Minnesota Twins are 51 and 53. The Cleveland Guardians are 54 and 50. Wait. Chicago White Sox are 54 and 47. They've played 3 less games than the Cleveland Guardians. So they're the top right now. So ultimately, you're fighting for a wild card spot, which I don't know what the AL wild card division looks like because it's probably dog. Tampa's on the top. Chicago White Sox, yep. So we got the Yankees on top, Guardians right behind him, and the Red Sox, the surging Red Sox, who are 52 and 49. It sets the Detroit back 4.5. So it's 4.5 regardless of how you look at it, pretty much. It's not incomparable for them to overcome, but at the same point, I sit here just looking at this going just like, I don't, like realistically, how likely do I think that they are to try and push or whatever? I think they're probably going to sell Scooble. It's like even if they were to play extremely well, I still think that they I just don't think that they. I think ultimately they're going to decide that it's just like we need to sell. We need to get rid of, we need to get something for Scooble and stuff like that. Whether that means the Brewers end up trading for Scooble or Dodgers or whatever type thing. I just don't want them to trade Fisher and Mate. I think both those names should be untouchable. And that's really what it comes down to. So, personally, I think like a guy like Joe Ryan would be really nice. I know that there was always a talks of that. There's a few other pitchers that I was really thinking about. Like Freddie's out there. I'm sure the Mets would be able to part with him. It'd be really funny to trade for Freddie Peralta after we dealt him to the Mets. But just like I do want to get a pitcher, and if we did get Scooble, I would almost want another bat in with it, and I'm just like I just don't know what bat we could potentially get from the Tigers. I guess I could look at the roster real fast and just see if there's anyone that would be worthwhile that I feel like they would be willing to give up. That's always the thing about this is like you always sit here wondering, it's just like of who they have, would they want to give any of these guys up? And I go, I don't think so. Not. Yeah, I'm not particularly liking the choices. I'm like, Vierling, I guess maybe. No, I don't want Vierling. Not been great. Like that, we have guys who can play the outfield anyway. It'd just be Scooble, man. That's it. Of their active roster, that's it. That's all I can say. So, I just rambled on about Scooble for a long time there. So, we'll see. Reports are that saying that the Brewers might be very aggressive this trade deadline, which is really against them. But when you have the deepest farm system to go on with, if you I just don't want to trade that much for a rental because the Brewers aren't going to pay Skubal. Like that's the thing. It's like the Brewers aren't paying Skubal, and they don't need him to make the playoffs. Like I think this team is as solid can be type thing. This would be a push to win the World Series, which is obviously the ultimate goal of the bunch. But I sit here just going like, I think there's some better. I think there'd be some better pitchers out there. I really do. I really do think it's like I know the whole. I know it's like, oh well, the Padres are going to trade Mason Miller, which I think is wild. That there's reports and they're hearing about Mason Miller, considering you trade the number 2 overall prospect for a guy like Mason Miller type thing, and it's like, well, what if you get that back? And I'm like, yeah, you go right ahead, bud. I don't think you're going to get that back. I think you overpaid for Miller, so I think you should just take what he has for years and try and build a better team around him type thing, but it is what it is. Ultimately, I sit here going just like, I almost would like Michael Wacha. I think that'd be an interesting one to get from the Padres. I think Michael Wacha would be a very interesting one. Is it Michael Wacha or Michael King? I think it's Michael King. I don't know. Don't remember. I mean, yeah, he's got 6 and 7 wins, or 6 wins, 7 losses, but 3.24 ERA is really good. I mean, you look at his last few starts or whatever. It's like he pitched yesterday against Atlanta. 5 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts. He's won Kansas City 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run. It's almost like the same line every time. It's like against Arizona, 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts or whatever. So it's like, I think that would be pretty solid for Michael King. I'm trying to think what else. I think maybe there'd be a bat, but I'm like, I don't have really any bats. Nothing I want from them. That's probably for sure. I know everyone's saying Ty France is having a good year, but I'm sitting here going, just like, he doesn't have anywhere to play. He's a first baseman, isn't he? He's first baseman. He is. We got enough first basemen. We don't need another one. He's got an 878 OPS. What the heck? 16 homers, 43 RBIs. I mean, yeah, it's solid. We just don't need another first baseman. We just don't. We want someone to be able to play like third or something like that. Or that's always the thing about it, is like, I really just don't think we need any bats. I just think that you could use just a little bit more help from the pitching side. Is really what it comes down to it. I mean, if you could get a really good bat, like I know reports are that the Nationals are listening for offers for James Wood. Now, I'm just saying for a second here. Now, if you offered a big bag to the Nationals for, let's quick peek at James Wood here for a second. He's been a very underrated pitcher, or a very underrated hitter for a while there. Let's just take a quick peek. So we got James Wood's normal stats here. He's 23 years old with, I think, a good amount of club control still after this. So, but you look at his numbers right here. It's like 28 home runs, 69 RBIs, 81 walks. Yeah, decent amount of strikeouts, whatever. 15 there. 270 average with an OPS of 948. Could you imagine the Brewers getting a guy like this and putting him out in right field? I think there's a package you could put together with a bunch of prospects. A bunch of prospects with potentially maybe having to trade like Lockridge or Frelick or something like that. I don't know. I think there's a genuinely, like, there was also like a pitcher that they said was pretty good. It's Foster Griffin. That's right. Everyone's saying Foster Griffin's having a really good year. I haven't looked, honestly. So Wow, he's 11-2. Okay, so he's getting a lot of wins with a 2.68 ERA. Holy. I'd take Foster Griffin. If you can go to the Nationals and you get Foster Griffin with James Wood, that'd be something. That would be quite the pickup, I think. Not only would that bolster the starting rotation, but it would be a huge boost to the offense as well. It'd be that power bat. I know he's another left-handed bat, but it's like, man, I don't care. Like, imagine. Okay, it's like, imagine this. So you get James Woods, right? You put him in right field type thing. What does that mean for Bowers and Vaughn and it's like kind of clutters up a little bit type thing. Maybe one of those guys. I don't know about either one of those guys that I just said, but you got options is really what it comes down to. It's like you put Wood out in right field, Mitchell in center, Correa out in left, DH still goes to Yelly. And then you stick the infield sits where it is basically. Then you have Woods lead off with Churio, Terang, Contreras, like Yelich. You could even bat Yelich a little higher too. You could probably bat him like third or something like that. Behind it's like Yelich's been kind of struggling. I still believe he's gonna be a big impact to this team, Yelich, but he's just like he's struggling. So I'm hoping that these couple hits that he got in his last game are gonna be major help to him going forward. So ultimately, if you could come up with a package like that against the Nationals, that'd be a move that the Brewers would go like. Not only are we looking forward to that, but it's like, could you because Wood's under club control for a while, so you'd have him for at least a few more years. Just saying.